Aries, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. This is going to be a general reading for the first half of May. Please keep that in mind. General readings are not going to fit with everybody. If you are interested in a personal reading, I do offer them via Zoom. You can contact me below in the description box to set that up. Thank you guys in advance for all of your likes, shares, comments, support. I appreciate everybody's support on the channel. I hope you guys all had a great birthday. Let's take a look here. Let me just adjust a second. There we go. Let's see. First half of May. Aries, what's the energy for you guys? Okay, the Star, King of Cups. A lot of emotional healing here is taking place, Aries, either within yourselves, maybe, like I feel like this is a very self-centered in a positive way. Self-centered, self-healing, starting to like really getting in touch with your inner compass, yourself, who you are, what your emotions and what needs to be healed. It's getting in touch where you can face the things that you know need to be healed. Instead of, the opposite of just saying, I know I need to heal something, but I don't want to look at that. I know I've got some past trauma or things that I don't want to look at. I think that you're actually being vulnerable with yourself. I think that you're starting to really get in touch with where you need to kind of heal, and so that you can move in your path of life so that you can have healthy relationships, so that you can love again or be loved by others. Maybe some of you blocked that. You have a lot of Aquarius energy here. I want to say that some of you give yourselves a little bit of, how do I say this? Just be fair, be fair with yourself. It's like the Star card is Aquarius, it's humanitarian. You are part of the whole, you are part of that humanitarian energy. We can't neglect, deny, mistreat ourselves while we try to be kind to everybody else. Be kind to yourself, treat yourself well, give yourself the time, the love, the emotional time to spend healing. You are part of that collective humanitarian energy, Aries. Pour that inwards to yourself as well. There is something here around, let me just take a look here. I feel like once you get through that, or you establish a good relationship with yourself, that healing that's taking place, you really start to make better decisions in your life. You start to sort of speak the truth, because you're in touch more with yourself. Some people's traumas or some people's weaknesses could be not speaking up, not feeling worthy of their goal or their path in life, what they are deserving of. And I feel like you're heading in a place here, Aries, that you really start to take charge in, doing the things that are best for you, calling out, like that's speaking for yourself. Tell me about this Queen of Swords, Ace of Cups, new love, okay? So this also helps you to possibly engage with new relationships. Okay, you've got to come from a healed place. You have to be in this emotional place within yourself in order to maybe feel at your best to share that with another person. So I feel like this helps you get excited. I feel like this is something that's saying, hey, I'm actually ready for a relationship. I'm ready to pursue love. And you could be in a relationship here, Aries. You don't have to be single, but you could be renewing that emotional connection with the person that you have in your life. There could be a lot more communication. There could be a lot more honesty. There could be setting those boundaries that you need and maybe your partner needs. But I feel like love really shows up for you when you do that inner work and that love for you. Ace of Cups. Okay, that's why I was saying the humanitarian feeling of the Star card. It's like we love ourselves. We can't just love others and neglect. And that's when it comes back to you. Ace of Cups. People witnessing, seeing your emotional improvements. Clarify this. I'm curious about the major you've got here, the Star card. Tell me about the Star here for Aries. The Judgment. There you go. Judgment. Making that decision to say, you know what? I'm taking care of me. I'm looking at me. I'm looking at my emotional well-being. I'm looking at the things that make me feel like I self-love so that I can extend that outwards, elsewhere. Judgment, karmic, healing. Again, there's that healing energy, the Judgment card. Looking at your past, addressing your past, moving on from the past so that you can focus on your future, the North Star energy, your path forward. It's like you can't live. You've realized something here, Aries, where it's like you really want to live a fulfilled life. And the Judgment with that Queen of Swords over there is saying, I'm making a decision now. I come first. Or my emotional well-being, or the healing has to take place first. There's priorities here. And Judgment is sort of saying you're on the right path. You're processing things. You're creating healing. You're able to process and put the past behind you so that you can open up to all the things, including new love, new relationships, improved relationships that you currently have. I definitely feel with that Knight of Wands, you know, you're being approached. The passion from other people, the energy coming towards you is more. It picks up. You're not sort of, you know, people standing away from you, or, you know, and keep a distance. There's something going on there, you know, and they avoid. Okay, beautiful. Judgment with the Star card. You're on the right path. You're making the right choices. You're discerning things. You're calling things, and you're creating the healing. Closure to the things in life. It doesn't always have to be emotional stuff, guys. It could be anything. But I see the King of Cups. Three of Cups. Okay, again, people coming around, more enjoyment, more friends, more family, more celebration, reconciliation. Things being a little lighter, you know, maybe not so heavy. There could have been a time here, Aries, where you were dealing with, or you didn't want to be around people. You didn't want to deal with other people's emotions. You didn't want to socialize, and that's totally okay. You're coming around with that, realizing that, you know, when you do get to be with a certain people or person, you realize, I do need a little bit of that. I do need some socialization. I do need that connection, laughs, have fun, you know? Seven of Cups. Okay, this brings you lots of possibilities, lots of options. Seven of Swords. 7-7. What's going on here? What is this? Hold on. Four of Wands. I kind of want to say here, Aries, you know, not everyone, including ourselves, is perfect. The thing to keep in mind, I don't know what the significant angel number or the meaning of 7-7 or maybe 7, but you may want to look that up. I have no idea if this is going to correlate to that, but you ultimately show up in the Four of Wands, stability, connecting. Not everyone is perfect. Not everything is perfect, but sometimes we have to see the deeper, almost like the deeper reasoning or the deeper side to a person as to their behavior, why they behave that way, not getting caught up that, oh, this person isn't perfect, or this person has made mistakes, or this person isn't living very honestly, and sort of throwing them into that category of like, this is just not good. When there's a deeper meaning to that, everybody has a deeper soul. And until they find themselves, until they find out who they are, really it's not that they're really only cheating themselves out. They're the ones losing out on all the beauty in life or all the options and opportunities and things. It's like we can't necessarily judge a situation or somebody who's done us wrong. I'm going to give an example here, Aries. I had a recent falling out with, really it's an acquaintance, but it was a friendship. And, you know, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what this person thought of me, even though they tried to condescend and sort of attack in a way. I was like, you can call me any name in the book. I know who I am. I know what I bring home. I know my stability. I know I have good family, good friends. I know who I am. It doesn't really matter. Where the issue is that Seven of Swords is that my friend just sabotaged the connection and all the bounty, Seven of Cups, all the abundance and all the connections I made for her. She sabotaged it all. She ruined it. It's not my loss. I got abundance of people. The sad part is that some people don't see that they're turning a friendship, Three of Cups. You know, we're turning a good thing, and because some of our own bullshit is showing up, it ruins everything. But the key is who's the stable one here, you or the situation? And to sort of have compassion is where I'm getting at. I'm not going to judge her or it's not my loss. It's clear in this person's life that everything has a chaotic fallout. I've seen it. And I knew this. The thing is, Seven of Swords, like I had a sneaking suspicion, which is why I kept it at an acquaintance, because we were kind of like a coworker scenario, just friends. Everyone's getting along. We're all hanging out, trying to create a spiritual community. And it's like, yeah, there's a lot of people who are not in it for community. So it has a falling out. And at the end of the day, who remains stable? You or the people who've harmed you? And look at their situations, okay? Look at where their life has blossomed and where it falls short. And what's the common denominator? So the thing is here is to not get caught up in the illusion of judging a person with that Judgment card. Not judging them as a bad person, as a mess up, as a mean or whatever. Inside of this person that I know is really a Holy Spirit, is a beautiful person, but it's so wounded by all this other stuff that it just sabotages and destroys the good things in their life and all the abundance that trailed behind it. There were so many connections that I made, and that's great. They got a lot of connections, but it was like money and friendships and opportunities and jobs and food and whatever. It was just like, you don't see the bounty because they're more worried about the insecurities and the ego and causing conflict and arguing and wanting to be right. And it's like, see you later. Have a nice life. No time for that, because I know who I am. Okay? You as in Aries. So it's important to sort of take a look at that energy right now, Aries, in that the decisions, the choices, the judgment calls that people make, a lot of people are very caught up in a very illusionary state of mind, or a very judgmental state of mind, or a critical, or I'm a victim, or I can't trust you. And really it sabotages and destroys everything in its path. Don't judge that. Have compassion for the suffering within that person and be like, wow, you don't have to be like that. You could have had so much bounty and benefited from all of the other network of friends around here. Three of Cups. Okay. Community. Four of Wands. Three of Cups. Okay. Six of Swords. Right. Quietly move on. Quietly keep your thoughts to yourself. Maybe you have to verbalize some things. Find your own serenity. Find your own peace. There's that North Star again. Healing. Take care of your healing. Don't try to take care of the healing of someone else's path, because no matter what I did in that situation, I'm never going to fix, heal, convince. You can't argue with an argumentative person. It's let them win. You know, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? I'd rather be happy and at peace, because there's so much abundance and choices out there. We don't need to focus and give it all to one person. Okay? Six of Swords. Move on with your thoughts. Let the other party deal with their stuff. Not your problem. Okay, I'm going to do the Oracle of the Birds, Aries, and see what is going on here. Again, focus on the abundance, the stability, the family, the friends, the marriage, the things that you want in your life that you bring home to the table. You focus on that. The Robin. This is a good bird for this scenario that I just explained here with your cards. Bright joy, sound, and singing. Live your being in complete joy and lightness. Okay? Robin. Robin flutters into your life and invites you to open your heart to joy and happiness. With its enchanting companions, it warbles merry tunes in the forest to increase love and joy. If you have drawn this card, join in the merry chorus. Funny, cheerful, joyful at the top of your voice. Beautiful, delicate red feathers cover my neck. Feel their light reach into your vocal center and fill it with power. Speak, sing, or raise your voice. Awaken your sound full of joy and express what resonates within you. And that's very much here, Aries, that Queen of Swords, the Judgment, the Star. I feel like that's like, step into you, step into your path, speak your voice, speak your truth. And sometimes that's just within yourself. Self-expression, raising your voice, singing, sound, joy of life. Your affirmation, Aries. Self-expression conveys my joy of life. I raise my voice and show what makes my heart sing. Okay, so I really like this reading for you guys. I hope it helps. I hope it resonated. Thank you so much for your comments, your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions. I appreciate it. Have a great day, Aries. I'll see you soon. Take care.